The guy that spoke you 177 here.
We took the white flag, so the race is over on a heat race when we take the white.
I'm going to zoom you in there, Jacob.
Carry the checkered flag. Then I need 93 and 5. Also to the
and they're
scales.
going to go ahead and give that to the. Go ahead and John. I think they're going to go ahead and give the checkered flag out right here. Maybe. Maybe not. No checkered flag out tonight?
Sometimes they won't carry it.
Oh, okay. He's not carrying it, so don't worry about it.
It's kind of up to them.
Yeah. Down a little bit there, John. As they're coming in.
Hey, I saw 50-50 on the front stretch. Just a little over the back. Still standing there in front of me. 50-50 here on the front stretch. Keep your 50-50 ticket ready. Tonight you can't win if you don't play. All right, we now have our P-Mods out here on the track getting ready to start off. The first heat race drives are on the pole from right seated during that Dylan low. Outside in right number 57.
All right, guys. Top 4 out of this will transfer. If you finish 5th on back, you'll need to be ready for your B main. It's going to come up quick tonight, so make sure you're ready to go for the B main if you finish 5th on back. Let's go ahead and roll.
Jacob, let's get the back half. Okay.
All right, lights are down. We're coming to green this time. Lights out, coming to green. Front row, side.
They're going to go green right now. I don't know if you can hear the guy next to me here, but they are going to go green. John, you hearing me okay over there, big guy? Good deal. Thank you. Stay there, stay there, stay there. It's okay. I thought we had a car down and out, but
yellow.
We have a yellow on the back stretch right behind you, John, but don't worry about it. Just stay right there. Get me and zoom me in there. There we go. I'll zoom you in. Zoom yourself back out after I cut away from you here.
All right, get single file 57, 5, 23, 42, 25. Line as good as you roll. We're going to double up here. 5, choose high or low. Make it obvious. 5 in, 23 out, 42 in, 25 out, 12.
All right, zoom yourself back out. We're going to start it back up here again on the next, probably the next pass.
Green. The leader's out front by himself. Do not roll up on the leader before he fires. Everybody else knows the tail behind the front row here. Coming to green.
Cap, you doing all right up there?
What's that?
I have AT&T on the phone.
Yeah. Okay.
I know, but
Don't forget, I have a ticker running 24/7 here right now, so you can, yeah, that's good right there. Beautiful.
Bouncing up and down.
When you go down that back stretch, you can give me a little bit more of the top part there. Yeah, like that. No, that's too much. Down a little bit. There you go. That's what we want right there. our white flag. Last lap. So John, I'm going to come to you here after this pass.
Flags out. I need top 4 to the scales.
All right, 87 or 57. I'm sorry, 57 is going to be the guy.
Be ready for a B main. It's going to come up quick.
Oh, you know what, John? They're giving he's coming to you right now. Just pick him up right here. There he is. Okay, so they give the checkered flag down at turn 1. I'm sorry. And you can follow him all the way. Oop. That's okay. We are having some glitches here and there, but that's okay. That's why we're testing.
Yes, thank you. Okay, you too. Bye.
Just every now and again.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to change.
1, 2.
Wow, we're frozen. Or are we? Yeah, we're frozen.
It could be on one of those cars, but it's not on either one of the Snap Pro cars. I already checked those. All right, let's go ahead and roll, guys. Go ahead and roll. All right, lights down. We're coming to green this time. Lights out coming to green. We're going side by side. We find that opening on turn 4. Top 4 will transfer. You finish with my back.
That's about where we need to be there, Brian. That way you get a little bit more of the cars.
Okay, I'll go get some.
Hey,
Right.
try one of those bathrooms down there.
Yeah.
Instead of going all the way down.
Yeah. Okay.
John, I'm going to come to you right here. 62 is the guy in first place. Get ready. There we go. Follow him. That was cool. Good shot. A little bit less of the infield this next time around here, Brian. Keep the car in the middle. There you go.
Out, back it down, top 4 to the scales, 362, 62.
All right, there, checker flag.
You finished 5th on back, be ready for the B main. It will be coming quickly here.
They are not. He is going to take it this time. So there we go. Down a little bit, John. Down. There you go.
Official out there on turn 1, so watch for him.
down a little bit there. There you go. All right, Brian, go ahead and get the next heat ready.
Why?
All right, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll. All right, lights down. We're coming to green. First time here. Lights out. We are coming to green. Front rows side by side. We fired that opening in turn 4. Side by side. The opening. Top 4 will transfer. On back. Be ready for a B main. It will be coming up quickly here. We are coming to green. Yellow, 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 yellow.
Got a yellow. Got a yellow. Got a yellow.
5-2.
Turn 2.
Thanks, Renee.
Single file 74.
I like what's going on with you down up there,
52 C4 88. All right, we're gonna double
Jacob,
up here.
the-
32.
down a
choose
little
our
bit,
low, make it
please.
obvious.
Down a little bit. There you go.
71 outside, 15 inside, 52 out, C4 in, 88 out. Lights are down. We're coming back to green this time. It's leader out front by himself. We are coming to green right here. Coming to green.
And the ATM's backed up, he's got keys. He's gonna have to go up there and do that real quick. Alright.
Got a caution.
Single file 74, 71, 52, 32, 15, 88, C4. Or 21 C4. 88,
Something up here in the
21
front here.
C4.
It's okay.
All right, we're going to double up here. 71, choose higher, low, make it
I'll-
obvious. 71 in.
Moving
52
forward,
out,
I'll
32
give you,
in, 15 out,
some
88 in, 21 out.
Insight on that.
Lights are going out.
So
We're coming to green next time. We're coming back to green.
hey Brian, the next time that we stop here, I'm going to have you change over to that dongle, and just make sure you plug the dongle into.
2 laps to go. And here they come.
Lap to go. And coming out of turn 4, the checkered flag flies for James Heilman. Joel Ortberg in second, driving the number 71. Joe Rudy in the 52, finishing third. Matt Braccato in the 15B, finishing in fourth. And all those will transfer, driving that number 74 from Granite City, Illinois. JBH Fabricating, Mayfus Heating and Cooling, Granite City Choppers, Chuck Wagon, Fairview Heights, DRT Machine, sponsors on that number 74 machine, driven by James Heilman. All right, our fourth and final heat race for tonight in our B Modifieds. Coming out onto the track now. Next up will be A Modifieds. A Modifieds, get them to staging. A Modifieds, you're up next. Starting off from the pole, driving the number 50B from Cedar Hills, Missouri, is Hayden Booth. Outside of him, driving the number 1 from Carterville, Illinois, is Mike Lentz. In the second row, driving the number 59 from Bethalto, Illinois, is Blake Carroll. Outside of him, driving the M14 from House Springs, Missouri, is Shad Prescott. In the third row, driving the 25X from Smithton, Illinois, is Kyle Helmick. Outside of him, driving the number 444 from Troy, Illinois, that's Logan Dockery. And in the final row, driving the number 36 from St. Genevieve, Missouri, is Tyler Arnold. We had 31 B Modifieds in the house tonight. We will be having a B main. Top 4 transfer out of each of these heat races. The rest have to go to the B main to try to get into the feature. All right, here we go. All right, the lights are still flashing in the corners. They'll get a 1 to go as they come to the start-finish line. 1 for the road. Make sure you have a designated driver. Drive sober or get pulled over. A message from the Missouri Coalition of Roadway Safety, working towards zero highway fatalities. Show me zero. Visit SaveMoLives.com. All right, we are about ready to go. Coming down into the into turn number 3 along the backstretch. Hayden Booth on the inside, Mike Lentz on the outside. Here we come out of turn number 4. The green flag flies. Hayden Booth out in front. Mike Lentz on the driving that number 1. Okay, they need to be side by side. They need to be side by side coming out of turn 4. And they weren't quite side by side.
Well, Spanky, he spanked him. He's going to give him a good stern warning.
Yeah.
Straighten it up, boys, or guess what?
You can move back a row if you'd like.
Right.
And watch the other guys do it.
Involuntarily, I'm sure.
All right, lights are out in the corners. We're going to try this again as we come out of turn number 4. Should be side by side this time, but I think they might have gotten the message. Here we come. Hayden Booth again out in front. Mike Lentz now. Whoa, Mike got a head full of steam coming down the hill on the turn number 2. Mike Lentz sliding it up the track and driving that number 1. He'll carry the first lap, followed right behind him, driving that 14 machine. That is Shad Prescott. Shad Prescott now trying to battle for the first spot, driving that number 14 machine. We have a battle up front. Mike Lentz on the outside. He's got the momentum, still keeps the lead, but Shad Prescott wants to slide up in front of Mike Lentz, and there's a crossover move down the backstretch. Shad Prescott pinches him down low, slides up the track. He keeps that second spot, but watch the third party at play. Kyle Helmick in that 25X. He's come up for business. He's picked up the second spot already, and he wants more. Kyle Helmick driving that number 25 machine. Back and forth, we got the 444. That is Logan Dockery. Logan Dockery trying to keep that fourth spot tight. So Shad Prescott up front. Kyle Helmick driving the 25X in second. Mike Lentz in third, driving that number 1 machine. Logan Dockery in the 444 in fourth. And in fifth, outside of the transfer spot, that's Blake Carroll driving the number 59 machine. White flags flying, one more lap to go around. And coming out of turn 4, the checkered flag flies for Shad Prescott. Finishing in that second spot is Kyle Helmick. Mike Lentz finishing third, and Logan Dockery also transfers on. Shad Prescott from House Springs, Missouri, driving that GRT chassis. Sue Springer engine. Keeley Restoring, Keystone Insurance, Al Service, Nana's Attic, Carl Springer's Next Level Design. Sponsors on that M14. Give it up for him, Shad Prescott. All right, we got 8 mods getting ready to come out on the track. Hey, Don McEnroy, why don't you make the call for the modifieds?
I can gladly do that, Tim. Thank you very much. Hey, have we talked much about these guys up here doing the live stream a little bit, Tim? Tell you what, folks, if you got any friends out there, live stream STL's in the house tonight, looking at possibly doing a streaming service with us here in the future. So here, trying it out. Live stream STL at Outlook.com, or you can pick it up at livestreamstl.tv right now. It don't cost you nothing, so especially if you got a Roku TV, you can find it on there.
If you got a Roku, you can get it through, get that through Roku, and great opportunities here.
Glad to have them folks on board with us here and getting their feet wet with the dirt car racing here. All right, next up is going to be the dirt car UMP Modified Heat Race number 1 of 3. On the inside of row number 1 out of Troy, Missouri, the 21D, it'll be Randy Dickman. Outside of him, out of Caseyville, Illinois, in the 18N machine, that'll be Corey Nix. Row number 2 on the inside, another young man out of Caseyville, Illinois, in the 4T, it'll be Jake Treblecock. Outside of him, the number 98 out of Springfield, Illinois, it'll be Sean Vaughn. Row number 3 on the inside from Waverly, Illinois, in the 97G, it'll be Jason Crows. Outside of him, from Imperial, Missouri, just a little bit down the road here, it'll be the 98H of Joshua Hawkins. And back in row number 4 by himself, it'll be the 10X. That'll be Jim Black. 8 laps will be the distance. Everybody will move into the main event here tonight. Looks like the light's about to go off. We had to clear a couple cars on the speedway, so hopefully they'll get that 1 to go signal this next time on the front straightaway. Again, folks, tell your friends, livestreamstl.tv. Right now, check it out, or live stream at Outlook.com, or pick it up on the Roku channels. Right now, everything is live, and tell all your friends and family if they want to check out the races here at the I-55 Federated Auto Parts Raceway Park. Jump on there and check it out. Talking to them, and they're going to be Ray Halbrook from Livestream STL, St. Louis's streaming choice. Now, possibly a big part of the I-55 Federated Auto Parts with us. So, again, live stream STL.TV. Get as many folks on there. Looks like we've already lost the 97 car of Jason Kroos. His car is to the infield, so we're now down to, well, we lost another one, 5 cars. The yellow light has been turned off. We're going to get set to turn them loose in turn 4 this time by. Check in with our flagman. Green flag is in the air. Randy Dickman showing the early advantage going into turn 3. Corey Nix to the outside and the number 18. The line, oh, by about a half a car. Dickman is your leader with Nix, Treblecock, and Hawkins, and Black, your top 5. Here in heat number 1 for the dirt car UMP Modified. Jim Black now on the move as Nix has slipped all the way to 5th spot, putting Jim Black to 4th. Look at a good battle for the lead. Dickman leads Treblecock. Here comes Hawkins. Got a good momentum run off turn number 2 into 3. Going to try to challenge Dickman and give it a new leader. It is the 98 of Joshua Hawkins that time. Who gets a little high, jumps the cushion a little bit, but he's going to hang on and lead him into turn 3 this time by. This time of the line officially, Joshua Hawkins showing the way over Randy Dickman. Jim Black now the 3rd with Jake Treblecock in 4th. Right now the best battle on the racetrack is for 3rd and 4th. Treblecock right down on the bottom, and he retakes over 3rd spot that time by with Jim Black in 4th. Treblecock says, I want to move up a little more. I'm going to challenge this 21 car over Randy Dickman for 2nd. That time the running order is still the same. This next time off turn number 4, the white flag will be in the air. 1 to go for Josh Hawkins. Treblecock knows his way into the number 2 spot, just ahead of Randy Dickman for the final trip around. Here comes your leader and winner off turn number 4. It is the 98 of Joshua Hawkins. Treblecock will come home in 2nd. Randy Dickman will finish 3rd. Jim Black will be 4th. And Corey Nix round the field out, coming home in 5th in the number 18 car. All right, ladies and gentlemen, out of Imperial, Missouri, driving with an impressive chassis, crease and horsepower under the hood. The Kodiak Equipment, Ives Towing, Case and Bucks, Roadrunner Trucking sponsored. Number 98, put your hands together. This is Joshua Hawkins. All right, folks, as he comes down that back straightaway, you give him a little bit of love and back there again. Joshua Hawkins, your winner of heat number 1. All right, here's your lineup for heat number 2 for the dirt car UMP Modifieds. On the inside of row number 1 out of Ladonia, Missouri, it's a 17V of Michael Vandereek Jr. Outside of him, the name, the birthday boy here with us tonight. From St. Louis, Missouri, put your hand together for none other than Kenny Wallace. Row number 2 on the inside from High Ridge, Missouri in the 0X car. That'll be Steve Picou. Outside of him in the 44 car out of Carterville, Illinois, that's Rich Lentz. Row number 3 from St. Louis, Missouri, it'll be Paul Shrimp Jr. in the 4G. Outside of him from St. Charles, Missouri in the 15, it'll be William Hicks. And Dennis Richards in the number 2 machine out of Imperial, Missouri will start shotgun on the field in the number 2. So here we go, another 8 laps. Green flag is in the air for heat number 2. We'll see if the birthday boy Vandereek's got a good solid run alongside. Going into turn number 3 for the lead here in heat number 2. Who's going to lead it at the line? Wallace will be your leader to lap number 1. Vandereek is in 2nd. Steve Picou is in 3rd with Rich Lentz in 4th. It's still Wallace showing the way into 36. Slides through turns 3 and 4. Off in the front straightaway, he'll start lap number 3 of the 8. It's still Wallace, Vanderreet, Pecou, Lentz, Shrimp, Hicks, and Richard, your running order. We hit this line this time. We're going to make it to the halfway point. 4 in, 4 to go for Kenny Wallace, and that's Ghost Sunoco number 36 showing the way. Michael Vanderreet, he is running in that number 2 spot. Third is Steve Pecou, the SCP-sponsored number 0X car. Rich Lentz still holds on to the number 4 spot. It's Wallace now with 2 laps to go as the flying green in the air. Vanderreet still second, Pecou in third, Lentz in fourth, Shrimp in fifth, Hicks, Richard, your running order. White flag in the air for the Go Sunoco 36 of Kenny Wallace. Vanderreet still in second, Pecou with about a car length behind him. Down the back straightaway for the final time. And here comes your leader and winner off turn number 4. It's Kenny Wallace. Michael Vanderreet, he'll come home in second. Steve Pecou will finish third. Rich Lentz in fourth. Paul Shrimp Jr. will be fifth. William Hicks and Dennis Richards round out the field. All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, put your hands together again for the birthday boy from St. Louis, Missouri, driving an elite chassis, Hoffman engine, Sunoco Racefield, Jugs, Crow Equipment, Atwell Exteriors, Southern Country Customs, to the birthday boy, Kenny Wallace. Well, I know you can't hear me, but happy birthday, you old goat. I heard him call himself goat on one of the coffee for Kenny's earlier this week, so if you don't ever get to see those, they were funny to watch throughout the week. So, all right, now here's your lineup for heat number 3 for the Dirt Car UMP Modifieds. One of the young ladies in the field, starting on the inside of row number 1, the 3G car, that'll be Haley Gross. Outside from Festus, Missouri, in the number 70 car, that'll be Josh Russell. Row number 2, in the 84G car, also out of Farmington, Missouri, is the 84 car of Gary Gross, father to the young lady just sitting up there on the front row pole. Outside of him from Troy, Illinois, in the 31S car, that'll be Brian Schuberg. Then row number 3 to the inside out of Wentzville, Missouri, in the 14C, that's the Destroyer of Rick Canoyer. Outside of him from Quincy, Illinois, in the number 16 car, that'll be Sean Deering. Then back in row number 4 by himself from Wentzville, Missouri, the number 7 of Ethan Hovis. Kids Mods to staging, please. Kids Mod to staging, please. Looks like we are going to take at least one more trip around. Kids Mods to staging, please. Well, the young ladies for the 50-50 walking up and down the front straightaway as well. Get your hands in the air. Make somebody yourself, hopefully somebody, a nice pocket full of cash for that ride home tonight. It'd make a nice, sweet ride. She's walking right down here in the middle of the front straightaway, folks, so get those hands in the air. She's willing to come up here and meet you and take a little cash off your hands in hopes of winning that 50-50 drawing here tonight. All right, here we go. Heat number 3 for the Dirt Car UME Modified is going not green. Spanky said, nope. We're going to slow it back down. We're going to rack them and stack them and do it again. Rick Canoyer said, danged it. I had a pretty good run on that one. Let's start it again. That'll move him back to the inside of row number 3 in that 14C. Here in heat number 3 for the Dirt Car UMP Modifieds. Once again, the light's been turned off. Let's get set to turn them loose once again. Haley Gross and Josh Russell on that front row. This time the green flag is in the air. We're going racing for heat number 3. Haley along the bottom of the speedway. leads him off turn number 2 with a good run. Josh Russell in second. Gary Gross in third. Canoyer now back up to, oh, Haley. Around she goes. She may get another shot at it since we didn't make a full lap in yet. She may get another shot. I bet she's kicking herself in the tail.
Actually facing the traffic as they're coming straight for you, I'd be newborn just kicking myself in the tail.
Yes, sir. That's scary.
But we are hearing over the radios that officials, she will be getting her spot back, that we haven't got a lap in. So everybody gets their spots back and re-rack stack, and we'll try this again.
All right, now she's driving back up to the inside of that front row. The yellow light's going to stay on, so we're going to go at least one more trip around before we get back to the green flag. The drivers are all been signaled. Good to go next time over the one-way radios. Once again, green flag back in the air for heat number 3 here in the Dirt Car UMB Modifieds. Haley's got a good run down around the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes Josh Russell, the challenger, to the high side in turns 3 and 4. A little bit of push out of Haley, but Haley will lead lap number 1. Josh Russell in second, Gary Gross in third. Rick Canoyer, the destroyer, back up into that 4th spot. Time at the line, it's still Haley Gross showing the way over, now Gary Gross. Rick Canoyer had nosed his way into that. No, he didn't. Josh Russell was still third that time. Canoyer behind him by 18 thousandths of a second. Young lady on the gas and leading the way here in heat number 3 for the Dirt Car UMB Modified. Gary Gross in that new Longhorn chassis of his, running in that number 2 spot. Haley still continues to lead as we're now halfway home in this one. 4 in the books, 4 to go for heat number 3. Haley, your leader. Gross. Gary Gross is second. Rick Canoyer third. Josh Russell in 4th. And Sean Daring is in that 5th spot. This next time off turn number 4, the flying green will be in the air. That means 2 laps to go in this one. 2 to go for Haley Gross, Gary Gross, Rick Canoyer. Sean Daring now to 4. Josh Russell slips to 5th. Brian Schuberg in 6th and Ethan Hovis in 7th. White flag in the air. 1 more trip around for this young lady from Farmington, Missouri. Down the back straightaway into 3 for the final time here in heat number 3. Rolls across the middle of the speedway. Folks, she'll pick up the win in heat number 3. Haley Gross. Gary Gross will finish 2nd. Rick Canoyer will be 3rd. Sean Daring in 4th. Josh Russell in 5th. Ethan Hovis finishes 6th. And Brian Schuberg finishes in that 7th spot. All right, folks, put your hands together. She comes out of Farmington, Missouri with a long shot. Mullins horsepower under the hood. Sponsors are Gross Waterproofing, T&T and Company Moving Services, Wiedemann Pools. Put your hands together. For heat number 3, winner in the Dirt Car UMB Modified, this is Haley Gross. An awesome run out of that young lady. All right, it's time for our kids mods. Heat race here tonight. Starting on the inside of row number 1 will be the number 16 car. That's going to be Cruz Griffall. Outside of him in the T7 machine, that's going to be Colton Griffin out of DeSoto, Missouri. Row number 2 on the inside, the number 5 will be Brennan Sprawl. Outside in the 72R from DeSoto, Missouri as well to be Trinity Roth. And back in row number 3 by themselves from St. Louis, Missouri, it'll be Jesse Lucatorta. Now here in 2025, Cruz Griffall has won 3 of them here. Cole Stolzer stole one night back in May. As we get set to run heat race number 1. Again, the future of racing here with us at the I-55 Federated Auto Parts Raceway Park. So, all right, the light's going to stay on for at least another trip around, it appears. Here for the Kids Mods Heat Race with us tonight. There'll be a proud papa there in the 84 G cars. His daughter just picked up the heat race just in front of him. So no better way than to start the night off by outrunning Dad. So all right, once again, the light's been turned off. Let's turn them loose here for 6 laps of actions for the Kids Mods. Again, a lot of the future 2 and 2nd and 3rd generation drivers in these cars. So green flag in the air for Cruz Griffall. Down the back straightaway, Cruz smashes the gas. Got one moving around a little bit, but they're going to hold on and continue rolling. Griffall continues to be your leader. Colton Griffin's running in that 2nd spot. Trinity Roth now to 3rd with Jesse Lucatorta up to 4th, missing the 5 of Bennett Sprawl. Cruz won last night over at the Tri-City Speedway in that number 16. Gonna power his way to another heat race, possibly win here at the I-55 Federated Auto Parts. Cruz leads you at another lap here in the Kids Mods heat race. Flying green was in the air that last time, so he'll be picking up the white flag next time off turn number 4. 1 lap to go for Festus, Missouri's Cruz Griffall. Trying to put another win in that win column here at the I-55 Raceway Park for 2025. Cruz comes up off the corner, turn 4, looks up, checkered flag will fly, and he'll win heat number 1 for the Kids Mods. Coming home in 2nd will be the number T7 of Colton Griffin. Jesse Lucatorta will come home in 3rd, and Trinity Roth will finish things up in that number 4 spot here, our heat race for the Kids Mods. All right, folks, he's picking up that checkered flag. The young man comes out of Festus, Missouri. Sponsors are Great Lakes Lifting, J.S. Aubuchon Concrete, Dairy Cream, Paw Paw Towing, Imperial Bowl, Tire Bargains, Hangout Entertainment, and Burroughs Auto Body. Folks, put your hands together for the youngster. This is Cruz Griffall.
All right, our Mixner Locksmith 4 cylinders getting ready to come on out here onto the track. Enjoy the racings, but don't forget to designate sober driver. Please don't let fans drive drunk. We want you to drive sober, slow down, buckle up, put your phone down. A message from the Missouri Coalition of Roadway Safety, working towards 0 highway fatalities. Show me 0. Visit SaveMoLives.com. All right, our 4 cylinders are out here. Starting off in the pole, driving the number 23G from St. Genevieve, Missouri, is Brian Gaig. Outside of him, driving the number 27 from Farmington, Missouri, is Austin Harris. In the 2nd row, driving the number 14 from St. Louis, Missouri, is Frank Zhang. Outside of him, driving the number 77 from House Springs, Missouri, is Brandon Ludwig. In the final row, driving the number 46 from DeSoto, Missouri, is Corey Belkin. Outside of him, driving the number 52 from Bethalto, Illinois, is Jared Cochran. 6 laps around will decide this 4-cylinder heat race for tonight. Lights are still on in the corners. B modified B main, B modified B main. Get them to staging. You're up next. B modified B main. Get them to staging. Lights are out in the corners. We're going to go racing this time. Coming out of turn number 4. Brian Gagg, Austin Harris, bringing them down the backstretch side by side. They'll be going down into turn number 3 and out of 4. They'll hit the loud pedal. Here they come. And the green flag's in the air. Brian Gagg out in front. Austin Harris in the 74. Running, whoa, hang on. Yep, we got him going still. Austin Harris in the 74 is in second. In third is Frank Zhang driving that number 14 machine. Side by side for fourth back there. But looking up front, we're about ready to have a battle up there. Brian Gagg out in front. Austin Harris with some momentum, driving it down on the inside. Can he get it to stick? Not enough to make the pass yet. But he's going to stick with it. 3 laps down, 3 more to go. Austin Harris down on the inside, down the backstretch. He's pulled up beside Brian Gagg. Austin Harris down into turns 3. He slides up the track through 4, and he takes the lead going down into turn 1. It is now Austin Harris, Brian Gagg in second. In third is Frank Zhang. White flags flying, 1 more lap around. And the checkered flag flies. Austin Harris takes the Brian Gagg finishing in second. Frank Zhang finishing in third. And Austin Harris, checkered flag, auto sales, Harrison wholesale fireworks, the Herminator, Spinners, DeSoto Lane Laundromats, and Turner Services sponsors for Austin Harris.
You got an extra pen? Can I hang on to it? You what? Hang on to it? Yeah. How many of these transport?
All right, we're going to have our B main here getting ready to start for our B modifieds. 6 of these cars will be able to transfer onto the feature. Starting off in the pole, driving the number 42 from Wright City, Missouri is Dell Enlow. Outside of him, driving the number 47 from Forestville, Missouri is Zach Enlow. In the second row, driving the number 32 is Harrison Bowles. Outside of him in the 59 is Blake Carroll. In the third row, driving the 12 in is Mike Newton. Outside of him, driving the 111 is Philip Sandell. In the fourth row, driving the 88, is Joshua Dolans. Outside of him, driving the number 36, is Tyler Arnold. In the fifth row, driving the 18, is Burton Collar. Outside of him, driving the 80, is Aaron Canterbury. In the sixth row, driving the number 21, was Cody Shantz. Outside of him, driving the number 50, is Hayden Booth. In the seventh row, driving the number 23, was Chris Edmond. Outside of him, driving the number 26, is Nathan Goodrick. And in the final row, driving the C4, is Chris Souchet. All right, lights are going to go out, and we are going to go racing next time around. The top six will transfer on into the feature. And that's the top six will transfer on to the feature. And we got the top five will be inverted for tonight. All right, going down the back stretch, side by side, Dell Enlow and Zach Enlow. Dell Enlow in the 42 on the inside, Zach Enlow on the outside, driving the number 47 machine. Zach Enlow now pulls ahead. The 59 machine of Blake Carroll now on the outside. He's made his way up to second spot, passing Dell Enlow in the 42 machine. On the inside, the 1 of 11 of Philip Sandell, driving that 111 car. Not certain. Chris Souchet just may have gotten caught up into that. He was much further back in the pack. He said top six. All right, so we have Zach Enlow in the 47, Blake Carroll in the 59 machine. He'll be able to choose whether or not he wants the inside or the outside. And our Delaware double file restart, Dell Enlow, will go the opposite of Blake Carroll. He's driving that number 42. Harrison Voles in the 32 machine, running in fourth. Mike Newton in the 12 in fifth. Cody Shantz driving the number 6 machine. He's running in sixth. All right, so Blake Carroll running that outside line. That's what he chooses, the outside. And that puts Dell Enlow on the inside. Harrison Bowles in the 32 machine on the inside of the third row. Outside of the third row. Right below him is the 12 in of Mike Newton. Then Cody Shantz in the 21, fourth row outside. He is the one sitting on the bubble. Joshua Dolans in the 88, just on the inside. That's the battle for transfer into the feature. Keep an eye on that battle. Here we come out of turn 4. The green flag's in the air. Caution coming out again. Chris Edmond in the 23 machine coming to rest down in turn number 1. Brings out the caution again. We have 2 laps down so far. If you've been drinking tonight, please designate a driver. Drive sober or get pulled over. Message from the Missouri Coalition of Roadway Safety, working towards zero highway fatalities. Show me zero. Visit SaveMoLives.com. Midwest RV Center, locally owned and operated for over 15 years. Midwest RV Center is your one-stop shop for everything RV, from sales, financing, and service, parts, and accessories. With nearly 10 acres of new and used RVs from top brands like Coachman, Jayco, Keystone, and more, they've helped thousands find their perfect home on wheels. That is Midwest RV Center. All right, lights around the corners. We're going racing. Coming out of turn 4. Here we go. Back out to the lead. Driving that number 47 is Zach Enlow. Zach Enlow leading them down into turns 3. Blake Carroll on the outside. He's got a head full of steam. Harrison Bowles in the 32 machine. Dale Enlow in the 42s moved back to 4th. But actually, the 88 of Joshua Dolans. Joshua Dolans moved up to 4th and driving that 88 machine. He's made his way up into the feature. Mike Newton driving that 21. He's trying to move his way forward. And he has taken over the 5th spot. That puts Dale Enlow in the 42. He is now on the bubble. Right behind him is Mike Newton driving that 12N machine. As they come to the start-finish line, 2 laps to go. 2 more around. We got a battle up front. Driving down on the inside, the 32 of Harrison Bowles, leading them down the backstretch, down into turns 3. Whoa, hang on. That opens the door for Joshua Dolans. Joshua Dolans sneaks in there. But he got cut off down in Harrison Bowles. Pinches him off down in the corner. The white flag's flown. We're about ready to receive the checkered flag coming out of 4. The 32 of Harrison Bowles. Joshua Dolan's taking 2nd. Cody Shantz in 3rd. Zach Enlow in 4th. Blake Carroll finishing 5th. And Mike Newton takes 6th. That from Hillsboro, Missouri with a GRT chassis. The Dirt is its primary sponsor. Harrison Bowles driving that number 32 machine. Dirty Harry. Give it up for him. He's made his way into the feature by finishing 1st in our B main. All right. Top 6 moved on. Drinking and driving don't mix. Make sure your pit crew has a designated driver. We want you to drive sober, slow down, buckle up, put your phone down. Message from the Missouri Coalition of Roadway Safety, working towards zero highway fatality. Show me zero. Visit SaveMoLives.com. All right, we are now at our intermission time.
Already?
Already.
Man, get up there and get some of that fine food. Probably some great ice cream still up there. So make your way up there on top of the hill, the chicken strips.
I got some chicken strips. These things are great.
Sounds
I tell
pretty
you
good
what,
as well.
I love the chicken strips.
I gotta figure out a way to know somebody to get in on some of that. That sounds pretty good stuff. But folks, make your way up there to the Hilltop concession stand up there. Got all the great food up there. So make your way over there and enjoy for a little bit. We're going to take a little bit of break, and we'll be back to you. We're going to rate off some more of our sponsors here tonight. Precision Power Products owner Ben Moutre isn't new to speed. He was once a motorcycle drag racing king right here on a drag strip. These days, he's putting that same passion and power into helping folks conquer their lawns and with top quality mowers and outdoor equipment.
Renegade Race Fuels, known for their high-performance racing fuels and lubricants. Renegade is trusted by top teams across the country to deliver maximum power and reliability on the track. Renegade Race Fuels.
How about Radiker's Markets? I think we got some of these folks in this booth right here next to us. Do you know that, Tim? Some of these folks from Radiker's Market. Thank them for joining us here in 2025.
I tell you what, if you want some of the freshest meats, Radiker's Market is the place to go.
That's awesome. That's nothing better than that. And the fine folks at Ruther Ford. They've been a trusted name in the community for years, providing top-notch service and unbeatable deals on Ford vehicles. Make sure to stop by Ruther Ford in Herculaneum for your next vehicle and thank them for backing local racing. Ruther Ford, where families' pride is driven home. The folks over at Rise Up Outdoor Solutions, owned by Corey Lewis and based in Festus. Rise Up Outdoor Solutions specializes in retaining walls, concrete leveling, and outdoor solutions to keep our property looking the best. Again, let's thank another one of our sponsors, Sports Afield Real Estate. Established all the way back in 1887, Sports Afield Real Estate is a trusted name with a legacy of helping people buy and sell properties across the region. Their team of full-time real estate professionals is ready to guide you every step of the way. Whether you're looking for your dream home, land, or investment property, get hold of the folks at Sports Afield Real Estate. Stutz Excavating, a huge thank you to the Stutz Excavating team for their hard work and helping us get the track and facility prep for an incredible 2025 racing season. Their dedication and expertise have made a big impact, and we couldn't have done it without them. Again, the folks, Crystal Heating and Cooling. I didn't get to hear whether we had the junior fan club tonight, but thank them for coming on board. Folks over at Auto Centers Nissan. And Al's Service, Joe Rudy and company. Thank him for coming on board here again and racing his way around the racetrack, making a big impact. Thank you, Joe Rudy from Al's Service. Another one, Meichner Automotive. Get a huge thanks to those folks here in Imperial for supporting local racing and helping keep the competition fierce on the dirt. Be sure to check them out for top-notch auto service and tires. You can call them at 636-464-2611. Or Meichner Locksmith. From keyless entry remotes to emergency lockouts, they've got the tools and expertise to get you back on the road fast. Save this number again. It's 314-226-3509. You never know when you might need it. The folks from Meichner Locksmith.
Hey, we just got news, some sad news. Forrest Lucas, Lucas Oil founder, and of course, involved in NHRA. He's got his own late models. You know, they got their own late model series. They got their own track. They are just all over the place in racing. Forrest Lucas passed away today, August 23rd, at age 83. Just want to send out our heartfelt warmth and prayers to his family and the impact that he has made in racing. Just absolutely. He's one of those individuals that truly has transcended the sports that he has been involved in, that he's just brought them to a completely different level.
It's absolutely heartbreaking to hear, without a doubt. And like you said, everything that man had done for the sport is awesome.
Boat racing. I mean, just everything imaginable he's been involved in when it comes to racing.
Have you made it out to that Lucas Oil Speedway ever?
No, I have not.
Oh, it's a must-see. Before you get rid of your camper, you might want to go out there and take a trip because it is the neatest place. The boat races are there. The off-road 4x4 trucks are there. The dirt track is there. It is awesome. So
You know, we have a lake.
We do. I can keep trying to talk Josh into maybe putting something over there on that lake. I bet the lake here is probably bigger than what's out there.
There you go.
I mean, piece of cake.
You might have to, you know, get rid of some turtles and get rid of some snakes and
The
other
unwanted
things.
creatures,
Yeah.
But, yep, continue making your way up to the concession stand tonight here, folks. So serving up some great food up there.
And it's not too late to get a 50-50 ticket. Definitely not too late to get
absolutely.
that.
I seen Cheryl Ann running around there for a little while. She was got to get those. And what do we got here? Well, that's not what I want. I don't know if we got snow cones tonight. If you do, we got some of those with cherry, grape, orange, and blueberry. We got some sugar-free options for those that want a sugar-free snow cone or two. And then again, some ice cream from the Ice Cream Factory, premium handcrafted ice cream, blackberry cobbler, brownie blast, cobalt cookie, and gooey butter cake, and strawberry cheesecake. I know I picked my favorite. I had the brownie blast. That was awesome. The gooey butter cake, it was awesome as well. Don't forget, we got barbecue pulled pork nachos up there, cheese, bacon, ranch fries, a brisket sandwich, funnel cake, cotton candy, pulled pork sandwich, and corn dogs. All for your liking here at the I-55 Federated Auto Parts Raceway Park.
Attention in the pit area. 2 announcements. Attention in the pit area. B modified drivers, check your lineup. The lineup has changed. B modified feature lineup has changed. Check your lineup, guys. Also, kids mods, get into staging. Kids mods, get them to staging. We are getting ready to go green flag racing here in about 5 minutes. So, kids mods, go ahead and get them up to staging. Again, we're going to go feature racing here in about 5 minutes. All right, kids mods, we need you on out here onto the track. Kids mods, we need you to bring them on out onto the track. And there we go. Cruz Griffall's ready to go. We need all officials to your positions. All officials, we need you guys to your positions. We are about ready to go feature racing for tonight. How about you all in the stands? Are you guys ready to go feature racing for tonight? Here is the order for tonight's feature events. Kids Mods will be leading us off, followed by the Sportsmen, B Modifieds, A Modifieds, and finishing off the night tonight will be the 4 Cylinders. That will be the order that we'll be racing tonight for our features. And with that, Don,
My turn again?
it's your turn again.
All right.
We are going feature
Look,
racing.
right on time at 8:05.
8:05.
All right. Here's your lineup for your Kid Mods main event tonight. Who's going to take home the checkered flag tonight? On the front row pole from Festival, Missouri, it's the 16 of Cruz Giffall. Outside from DeSoto, Missouri, the T7, that'll be Colton Griffin. Row number 2 on the inside, Jesse LaCorda. And the number 13 car out of St. Louis, Missouri. Outside, Trinity Roth in the 72 JR. Again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, they're coming down the front straightaway here. Get your hats and hands in the air, wave on and cheer on these kids as they come down here. The future of the sport of dirt car racing right here in front of us. You never know where they'll wind up. All right, that yellow light has been turned off. We're going to get set to turn them loose for their main event here tonight. All right, here we go. We're going to pick up the throttle in the middle of turn number 4, and green flag is in the air. And Cruz, he just scoots right on down into turn 1 to lead the way. 10 laps will be the distance for these youngins. Cruz leads lap number 1. As you can see the scoreboard, he's counting down. We've got 9 laps to go, now 8.5, and he'll hit the line. You'll see it drop to 8. We like the scoreboard going down so you folks can keep track where we're at. And the Cruz leads lap number 2. Jesse Lucatore is now starting to close that gap a little bit in the number 13 machine. Colton Griffin's in 3rd with Trinity Roth in 4th. All these kids new and are learning. Staying them top two cars, staying about even and about a 1.85 second advantage for Cruz Giffall in the number 16. Makes his way across leading it again as we got 4 laps in the book, 6 to go. Here in the Kids Mods main event, Cruz trying to make a clean sweep of the weekend. Oh, we got one around over in turn number 4. That'll bring out the caution flag. The 13 of Jesse Lucatore around. That'll slow things down momentarily. We'll get them stacked back up. Again, Cruz Giffall's got 3 wins with us here in 2025 in the Kids Mods. Now that's going to move the 7T machine T7 of Colton Griffin up to 2nd. Trinity Roth will move into 3rd, and Jesse Lucatore will go back into that 4th spot in the number 13 with 5 laps to go. The light's been turned off. We're going to get ready to turn them loose here once again in turn number 4. Bring it at a nice slow pace. See what the flagman says. Green flag back in the air. We're halfway home in this one. 5 in, 5 to go. We'll see if Mr. Lucatorta can make his way back up towards the front. Looks like he's got Trinity Roth, who turns 1 and 2. Now set sail for the T7 of Colton Griffin. But it's Cruz Griffall still showing the way in the number 16. Colton Griffin still holds on to the number 2 spot, with Lucatorta running in 3rd. Trinity Roth in 4. Cruz going to try to speed away and could dominate this feature event. But here comes Jesse looking to the inside of Colton and turns 1 and 2. Oh, a little bit of bumping, and Jesse goes around over turn number 2. That will bring the caution once again here in the Kids Mods main event. We did manage to put another couple of laps in the record books. We'll be 3 laps to go. Remember, in our big classes, there was an inversion of 5 cars. So that'll best that line up just a little bit. So at least for the A mods, the B mods, the sportsman cars, all right, we got the field stacked and racked back once again. The light's been turned off, so we'll see if Mankey will turn them loose this time off turn number 4, with Cruz Griffall showing the way in the number 16. All right, we'll keep an eye on our drivers through turns 4. There, the green flag is back in the air. Again for the Kids Mod main event. All right, Lucatorta has cleared Trinity Roth to take over that 3rd spot once again. Colton Griffin still in 2nd. Cruz Griffall showing the way as the flying green is out. 2 laps to go here in the Kids Mods main event. Down into turns 3 and 4 for the final time, or next time by the white flag. He'll do 1 to go for Cruz Griffall. Colton Griffin, he's still running in that number 2 spot, with Jesse Lucatorta running in 3rd, Trinity Roth in 4th. Here comes your leader, and on the front straightaway, and winner for the Kids Mod main event, the 16 of Cruz Griffall. Don't forget, folks, if you got a little bit of time, live stream STL bringing the racing. Live stream STL.tv bringing the racing to you here tonight. We're live stream at Outlook.com. You can pick up or check it out on your Roku channel if you got a Roku TV. So tell your friends. We still got all the main events. The rest of the main events go here yet tonight. So with that, as Tim makes his way down there to victory lane, he's going to get to have a word with this youngster here tonight.
Hurton Insurance, Express Smarts, Paw Paws Towing, waterproofing, and more. Flipping pallets, Woody's Sun and Disposals, all seasons heating and cooling. He's getting ready to crawl out. Give it up for him, Cruz Griffall. Hey, Cruz, get over here, man. I tell you what, this is your 2nd year, right, driving these modifieds, right?
Yeah.
Tell me what you enjoy the most about driving these modifieds.
Just sending it
Just sending it. Sending it where?
to the top.
You're like your dad, aren't you?
Yeah.
I tell you what, who do you got to thank besides your mom and dad here?
I got to thank the Cream Puff for hauling me down last night. Got to thank the Juice Box guy. Papa's Towing, J.S. Abishon and Construction, Andrew Johns, Joe Rudy. Happy birthday to Kenny Wallace.
I tell you what, man, here's 2 in a row for 2 nights in a row. Give it up for him. Cruz Griffall, and you got that little flag there. You know what to do with that. You need to sign that. Take it up there to one of the kids, and we'll be able to have our sportsman class getting ready to start here in just a second. Hey, I'm sending it back up to the tower. Don, take it away.
All right, thank you very much, Tim. We get set and I'll get your lineup for your Max Steiner Sportsman main event here tonight. Starting on the inside of row number 1, the 00 car, it will be Lee Stupi. Outside of him in the number 93 car out of Festus, Missouri, it's Zach Wickens. Row number 2 on the inside out of St. Louis, Missouri, driving the number 20D car, it's Andrew Dudash. Outside of him, the man from Dittmer, Missouri, driving the number 29 car, it'll be Jeff LeBob. Row number 3 on the inside from Park Hills, Missouri, driving the number 52 car, it'll be Brad Stanfill. Outside of him in the 5D machine out of Cedar Hill, Missouri, it'll be Chuck Davis. Row number 4 on the inside from Park Hills, Missouri as well, driving the number 51, it'll be Clayton Stanfill. Outside of him from Cedar Hill, Missouri, driving the P70 car, it'll be Jerry Radiker. Row number 5 on the inside from High Ridge, Missouri, driving the number 11 car, it'll be Donnie Karg. Outside of him from Festus, Missouri, in the number 5 machine, it'll be Bennett Sprawl. Row number 6 on the inside from St. Anne, Missouri, in a 20X machine, it'll be Robin Fee. Outside of him from Troy, Missouri, in the 21 car, it'll be Randy Dickman. Row number 7 on the inside makes the call out of Baldwin, Missouri, in the 21M, it'll be Ryan Newton. Outside of him in the 177, it'll be Brady Thiebaud. And that's your starting lineup here for the Max Steiner Sportsman main event with us here tonight. "15 laps will be the distance in this one, folks. It's all right, everybody, down the front straightaway this next time by. Let's get those hats and hands and air. Make some noise. Flashlights if you got them. Let these guys know you love them. It is the Max Steiner Sportsman main event here tonight at the I-55 Federated Auto Parts Raceway Park. The light's going to stay on at least one more trip around here for the Sportsman main event with us here tonight. The proud sponsor of Meister Automotive, Max Steiner Automotive. Again, folks, get them on the Roku TV. Tell them to find livestream.stl.tv or livestream.stl at outlook.com. Watch the racing for streaming service here tonight. Thank you, Livestream STL. All right, the yellow light has been turned off. We're going to get set and turn them loose once again. 15 laps of sportsman action here. All right, green flag in the air. Stupi and Dudash break out the early advantage in 1 and 2 with, here comes Stanfill. He's all the way up in there. Here comes LeBob. They're all circling the 93 of Zach Wickens. He dropped all the way back, 5th or 6th. But it's Lee Stupi showing the way after lap number 1 with Dudash in 2nd. Stanfill in 3rd. LeBob in 4th. Donnie Karg in 5th. Clayton Stanfill 6th. Wickens had dropped all the way to 7th. Got to get pedaling here a little harder. Keep that rascal rolling. Lee Stupi now puts that right rear up against a cushion through 1 and 2 and streak down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. This time he hits the line, we'll have 3 laps in the books. 12 to go. Dudash still holding on narrowly to that second spot, just ahead of Bradley Stanfield. Jeff LeBaum's in 4th and trying to work his way up as the yellow is out over in turn number 2. Robin Fee and Brady Thiebaud slowing things down over there. Bringing out the first Auto Center's Nissan caution flag here in this main event tonight. A couple of parts and pieces looking like laying up there into the speedway. So we'll get them gathered up, tucked away inside the speedway safely so the drivers can get back to the racing action here momentarily. Again, folks, like I said, trying something new tonight. The folks from Livestream STL. Livestream.stl.tv, where you can find it on your Roku channel as Livestream STL. Check us out. See how these folks do. Try to make something a little more permanent here as everything works out with these guys here with us tonight. Again, 3 laps are in the books in this one, so we'll have 12 to go. It's like our I-55 emergency crew over there to make sure things are all right with Brady. On the scene in a hurry. All right. Well, sorry about that. Didn't realize it wasn't on. But, folks, again, check out the folks from Live Stream STL. You still got a little bit of time to get on there and dial it in, get some free streaming service here at the races that are left here with us tonight. Again, that's livestreamstl.tv, or find it on Roku. If you got one of the Roku TVs, find it on there. Download the app, and you'll be able to watch free streaming of all the action here at the I-55 Federated Auto Parts Raceway Park. That's looking promising now that the ambulance is back into the infield. Thank you to our emergency crews here at the I-55 Raceway Park. Something a little different next Saturday and Sunday. Drift STL will be down on the go-kart track doing a little weekend program here for drifting competitions. That starts somewhere around 8, 9 o'clock on a Saturday, so come on out and join us. And they'll be about done about the time we get ready to roll into all the dirt cars. And so come on out and check something out. They're going to be here. Drift STL is going to be here Saturday and Sunday. They've already been on the track a couple of times, drifting their way around. And from what I've heard, nothing but good results out of everything. The guys are having fun and all smiles. So I seen they're going to cut things off at about 100 cars. So who knows what to expect next Saturday and Sunday here, and they're calling it Thunder Valley on the Drift Park. So again, we thank everybody for joining us again here tonight. So hopefully everything's all right with Brady and stuff down there, as we're going to get back to rolling the field to continue on with this main event for the Max Einer Sportsmen here in just a little bit. Lisa, oh, Miss Lisa, could you sit down? You're in my way, young lady. I can't see. Can you hear me? Oh, could you turn it up, please? That's terrible. Hello. All right, that's a good sign. They're starting to roll the field down and get back to the action here momentarily. With Lee Stupi showing the way in that 00 car. He's won 5 times with us here in 2025 for the Sportsman Division. Looking to make it 6. Trey Harris won once in the C4 machine, driving for the Souchet family. And then Danny Ems moved into the C4 car and won in that car here the last time we were here. And every other feature event has been won by Lee Stupi. All right, the field's getting lined back up. They are getting the 1 to go signal here in the Sportsman main event with 12 laps to go in this one. Mr. Lee Stupi showing the way in the number 20 car. Looking for win number 6 in 2025. All right, we check in with our flagman. Green flag in the air. We're going racing. Look at that 3 wide battle momentarily. Dudash in alongside the 00 of Stupi down that back straightaway. Look at that 3 wide with Carr, Glabob, and Stanfill for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Back of the line this time. Whoa, man, it's close. Lee Stupi by about 1/10 of a second. Dudash has got a good run to the inside. Can Stupi use the momentum to carry him back? It's looking good. Who's going to lead? We got a new leader. It's Andrew Dudash. Stupi now gets a better run. Oh, Dudash goes around in the corner and gets collected by Stanfill. And they're all beating and banging over there in turn number 2. Oh my goodness, a tough break as Dudash had just taken over lead. Was that for the 50-50?
No. Christine, you never mentioned her t-shirt yet.
Oh, all right.
Never mentioned, she said, next week I'm gonna see Christine and Big Mama. That's what I'm saying. Do that.
All right. Got one lady I forgot to mention a little bit. You got to go over to the T-shirt stand over there, the souvenir stand, and turn up on the hill. See Big Mama Christine up there and get your 2025 I-55 Federated Auto Parts swag up there. Sorry, Big Mama. We still love you. All right, where's the cars all at and where have they started? Let's see. I see Dudash rolling there. I don't know. Stanfield had a pretty hard hit to the side of the Dudash machine. Hopefully they continue on. Dudash is trying to go out the back gate. Well, that's not where you exit the speedway here. He was trying to make the right-hand turn to get out of here. So they're going to turn him around and send him out turn number 1 gate here. Again, it's going to be Lee Stupi, Jeff LeBob, and Donnie Karg, your top 3, I believe, when we get back to the action here momentarily. Like Andrew Dudash is going to try to, he might have had one of his guys over there at the back gate just checking out a little bit of what he can see over the fence on the number 20 car, so we may be able to continue on here in the 20D car. Once again, Lee Stupi looking for win number 6 here in 2025. We're still clearing things up over in turn number 2. We still got a few minutes, so get your way over there to see Big Mama at the souvenir stand so I don't get hollered at again. Grab up some of that new swag here in 2025 for the I-55 Federated Auto Parts Raceway Park. We certainly thank everybody for purchasing those here throughout the year. Again, next weekend, we're going to be right back here on Saturday night. And then along with that, we're going to have the Drift FCL guys here on Saturday and Sunday. And then we come back for September 4th, 5th, and 6th on a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for Mods Gone Wild. On Thursday night, we're going to let them do a lot of hot lapping, and then we're going to qualify them all on that Thursday night for all the divisions. And then we're going to come back on Friday night with heat races, and then Saturday night, the main events for $10,000 to the Dirt Car UMP A Modified, to the winner of that one. And then our B mods are going to be running for $5,000. So ought to expect a ton of cars here with us that one next weekend because a lot of them are pre-registered. So if you want to see some great modified action, join us right here at the I-55 Federated Auto Parts Raceway Park. Cleanup continues. Looks like Mr. Stanfield needing a little bit of help to get back to the pit area. Unfortunately, no place to go down there in turn number 2. And now it looks like they're pulling that car to the infield. Mr. Bob Kaiser, we got to thank him each and every week for joining us and getting things cleaned up here off the speedway. Once again, Lee Stupi still showing the way in the 00 car. The St. Genevieve, Missouri native with an Alan Palmer chassis with a Bucks Racing engine under the hood. All right, once again, the yellow light has been turned off. We're going to get back to the action once again off turn number 4. With Stoopy, LeBob, and Donnie Karg, your top 3. Clayton Stanfill and Jerry Radiker in the next row. Green flag back in the air. Does LeBob have anything for the 00 of Lee Stoopy? Stoopy leads about a car length advantage, rolling to the bottom side of 3 and 4. LeBob looking and challenging. He's about 2 car lengths back now of your leader as they roll through turns 1 and 2. Donnie Karg still running in second. Clayton Stanfill's third with Ryan Newton up to the 5th spot. About 0.8 of a second the difference between Lee Stoopy and Jeff LeBob. Donnie Karg is in that 3rd spot. Ryan Newton now to 4th. Clayton Stanfill in 5th. Lee Stoopy with 6 laps to go. He's starting to open it up a little bit at a 1.229 second advantage over Jeff LeBob. We now start lap number 9, 10. We only got 5 to go in this one. It's still Stoopy, LeBob, Karg, Newton, Stanfill as the yellow is out. The 21 car of Dickman pulls into the infield. Yeah, we'll get them single file for now, and then once they get them in single file in order, then they will go to the double file restarts with the leader out front. Second place will choose high or low. Third place will go to where the second place driver does not choose. And we'll see where Mr. Jeff LeBob will choose. We roll through turns 3 and 4. We've only got 5 to go in this one. For the moment, the yellow flashing light is on. It means we're going to go at least one more trip around, very possibly, unless it gets turned off here down the back straightaway. It does not look like it is. So we're going to go at least one more trip around. Well, maybe. Here we come off turn 4. Green flag back in the air. They fooled me on that one. There's LeBob looking to the inside of Stoopy in 1 and 2. Donnie Karg trying to mount a challenge from the high side. Here comes Stanfill now in the 51 car. He's trying to move into 3rd. Stoopy lead with 4 to go. LeBob second. Donnie Karg in 3rd, I'm sorry. Clayton Stanfill in 4th. Ryan Newton in 5th. Running order still the same, but just 3 laps to go in this one. Dickman with problems down the front straightaway. We're going to stay green for the moment. 2 laps to go for Lee Stoopy. Jeff LeBob's running in 2nd. Donnie Karg in 3rd. Clayton Stanfill 4th. Ryan Newton 5th as the white flag flies for your leader, the 00 of Lee Stoopy. LeBob is by. Donnie Karg is by. checkered flag is in the air. Once again, picking up win number 6 here in 2025, the 00 car of Lee Stupi. All right, we made our way down here into Victory Lane to join a familiar face, Prince Welding and Fabrication, EMW Trucking, Bucks Racing Engine, Arnold Farms, Dwayne Doza Auto Body and Auto Sales. Picking up win number 6 with us here at the I-55 Federated Auto Parts Raceway Park. Silverline Trailers, The Point T-Bar, Hot Angus Farm LLCs, all helping power the 00. Ladies and gentlemen, out of the car, he can hear you now. Put your hands together for Lee Stupi. Lee, friend, congratulations on another great run tonight. Them boys were chucking behind you pretty hard, but you were able to hold them off.
Yeah, didn't really know what to do with it. My instincts kicked in, go to the. I knew it wasn't going to be right. I knew the bottom was going to be. Yeah. Is what it is. That's racing.
It happens. You got in there a little hot, and you know. A little of that yourself, without a doubt.
Yeah, sometimes that stuff happens. It is. Sometimes, we know how that goes. Happy birthday to my mom, too.
Your mom? Mama Stupi? All right. Well, we keep trying now. It's working, But Mama Stupi, happy birthday. You give her a nice present tonight, my friend.
Yeah. Search for all. Someone want to hold you guys here for so.
Gentlemen, put your hand together for Lee. Tonight's Max Hunter.
All right, they just drew the 50-50. We'll get that up here and let you guys know what that was. Starting off the pole, driving the number 5 is Shane Jumper. Outside of him in the M14 is Chad Prescott. Driving the number 74 is James Heilman. In the number 3 is Brian Vincent. Third row 57 is Trey Hammerdown Harris. Outside of him is 62 of Troy Medley. In the fourth row, the 71 of Joel Orberg. Outside of him, the 25 is Kyle Helmick. On the front stretch, get to your feet, give them a wave, let them know you appreciate them coming out here. These are our B modified. They're getting ready to do 15 laps of battle around the high banks of Federated Auto Parts Raceway. In the fifth row, the 25 of Andrew Johns. Outside of him, the 62 of Derek Medley. In the sixth row, the 52 of Joe Rudy. Outside of him, the 1, Mike Lentz. In the seventh row, the 51 of Clayton Stanfield. Outside of him in the 13 is Zach Hugan. In the 8th row, the 15 of Mike Mercado and 444 of Logan Dockery. Here they come. Shane Jumper out in front. Followed in behind is Chad Prescott. The 74 of James Hallman is in third. In fourth, Trey Hammerdown Harris. Brian Vincent on the outside of him in that number 3 machine, side by side through 3 and 4. Continuing on, Brian Vincent now edges him out. Look down in the up front there. Caution coming out for debris down in turn number 3. Shane Jumper able to lead the first 2 laps. Chad Prescott looking on the inside of Shane Jumper. Then James Heilman driving 74 machine. And we had a battle for fourth. Brian Vincent and Trey Hammerdown Harris. Brian Vincent on the outside had a ton of speed through 3 and 4 and pulled ahead of Trey Harris in that 57 machine. Then in 6th is Kyle Helmick. In 7th, the 62 machine of Troy Medley. The 62M of Derek Medley is in 8th. In 9th is Joel Ortberg. And in 10th, the 25J of Andrew Johns. All right, Chad Prescott choosing the inside lane. Chad Prescott on the inside. Outside of him is James Heilman out in front by himself. Shane Jumper driving that number 5 machine. Coming down into turn number 3. Lights are out in the corners. We're going racing coming out of 4. Here we go. Driving down into turns 1. Out of turn 2. Shane Jumper, great jump. Trey Hammerdown Harris has pulled up beside Chad Prescott. Sliding up the track out in front of Chad Prescott. Chad Prescott decides to repay the favor, sliding up in front of Trey Harris. It is now Shane Jumper out in front. Chad Prescott in second. Trey Harris inching his way forward down on the inside. Is he going to be able to pull off the second spot? Not quite yet. Brian Vincent running in 4th, and in 5th is Kyle Helbing, but look at the 57 machine has just pulled ahead coming out of turn 2 through 3 and 4. He's got the second spot. Now he's got his eyes on Shane Jumper for the lead. Inching his way forward down to the inside. Trey Hammerdown Harris pulling down around the inside wall. He's got himself pulled forward to the top spot. 7 laps down, 8 more to go. Trey Harris now out in front, stretching that lead out. Shane Jumper still in second, though. Shad Prescott in third. Brian Vincent in fourth. In fifth is Kyle Helmich. Derek Medley's moved his way up to sixth now. In seventh is James Heilman in the 74 machine. And right behind him is Andrew Johns for eighth. Still up front, though. Trey Hammer Down Harris. Trey Harris still leading it. Brian Benson on that number 3 machine. He's looking to try to pick up the third spot from Chad Prescott. Chad Prescott in the M14 machine. Three laps to go, 3 more around. As Trey Harris started to come up into lap traffic. 2 laps to go, 2 more around. Coming out of turn 4, he'll see the white flag flying. 1 lap to go for Trey Hammer Down Harris. And the checkered flag flies. Kyle Helmich finishing in 5th. Brian Vincent in 4th. Shad Prescott finishing in 3rd. Shane Jumper with a strong, great finish, finishing 2nd, but taking the win. Driving that number 57 is Trey Hammer Down Harris. Hey, that 50-50 was 5-2-3-9-8. 5-5-2-3-9-8 for the 5th night. Bechting Drilling Company, H.W. Harold Distributing, Hillside RSA, Dog Boarding, Tire Bargains, Race City Performance, Pizza World, Swift Springs. He's getting ready to crawl out. Give it up for him, Trey Hammer Down Harris. I tell you what, man, I've been watching you for years and years and years. I don't think I've seen you win too many times by trying to take it down by the inside wall.
No, we usually let her rip on the top, but this old car, man, it'll go anywhere we put it. Big thanks to my pit crew, Tanner, Lumpy, Kent Nations. It's awesome. I used to race against Kent for years in the sportsman class, and I've had him the last couple nights helping me, so it's cool. And thanks to my mom and dad and just everybody involved, my sponsors. And thanks to all you fans. Without you guys, we can't do this. So Bring everybody you can every weekend. We enjoy it.
Hey, you see that flag sitting over there with that Sharpie? You've done that a few times. We got a lineup of kids wanting to grab that flag out of your hands. Give it up for him one more time. Trey Hammer Down Harris. Hey, we got A-Mods coming out here onto the track.
Test.
And with the call for the A-Mods,
All
Don
right.
McEnroy.
Here's your lineup for the 20-lap Dirt Car UMP Modified main event, starting on the inside of row number 1 out of Ladonia, Missouri. It's a 17V of Michael Vendery Jr. Outside of him, the young man out of Caseyville, Illinois, in the 4G, it'll be Jake Treblecock. Row number 2 on the inside, the young lady in the 3G car from Farmington, Missouri, it's Haley Gross. Outside of him, of her, on the 36W, geez, it's the Herminator, Kenny Wallace. Row number 3 on the inside, the 98H will be Joshua Hawkins. Outside of the 84G of Gary Gross. Row number 4 on the inside, the 21D car out of Troy, Missouri is Randy Dickman. Outside from High Ridge, Missouri in the 0X, it's going to be Steve Pacou. All right, folks, get those hats and hands in the air. Flashlights on if you got them. Let them know. Show them some love down here on the racetrack. Your starting lineup for tonight's Dirt Car UMP Modified main event. Row number 5 is Rick Canoyer and Jim Black. Row number 6 is Rich Wentz, Sean Daring. Row number 7, Corey Nix and Paul Shrimp Jr. Row number 8, Josh Russell and Sean Vaughn. Row number 9, William Hicks and Ethan Hovis. Row number 10, Jason Crows and Dennis Richard, and by himself in the last row would be Brian Schuberg. The yellow light is on. One more trip around. "20 laps will be the distance here in the main event for the Dirt Car UMP Modifieds. All right, we got them stacked up. Let's set to turn them loose off turn 4. We check in on our flagman. Green flag is in the air. Kenny Wallace now trying to push the 36 car to the second spot. Treblecock in third, but it's Vandery. Oh, yellow, yellow, yellow. Got one over in turn number 4. All right, we're going to go back and do a complete restart. Everybody will get their spot back. Kenny Wallace is saying, bum me out, because I had a good start on that one as he dove down into the inner lane going into turn number 2. I didn't see which one took the exit right there going out of the... We're going to keep that yellow light flashing for now. It's like we're going to keep it on there at least one more trip around. We got one stuck in the exit chute over here in turn number 1. Now they got them moving, so maybe we can get back to the action here momentarily. Like the yellow light is going to turn on or stay on, at least for one more trip around. Still 20 laps. We still got the car stuck over here in turn number 1. And they go into the outer pit area. Looking at something over there out there in the exit area. The light will stay flashing yellow. It's not time to go yet. Looks like we're needing a push truck down there in turn number 1, the exit gate. All right, now the tow truck's on his way. Well, look at the bright side. You get a little more engine heat in these cars. Well, I see a little bit of something happen over there, but hard to see from this vantage point. Well, we'll see if the birthday boy, Kenny Wallace, can meet us down there in Victory Lane here tonight. He's been there before in 2025. They're in Victory Lane with us here, the I-55 Raceway Park. Well, oh, he got it started, so now he's going to roll it on through. All right, that'll expedite things a little bit. Now the light's been turned off. Next time, we're going to try to go green off turn number 4. Here in our dirt car UMP modified main event. The B&M Auto Body Modified with us here tonight. Still tonight, proud sponsor of the A Modified with us here all season long. So once again, off turn number 4, we turn our eyes to the flagman. Green flag is in the air. There comes the Herminator, but here comes Jacob Treblecack. Battle to the outside as they go into turn 3. It's going to be Vandereek, Treblecock, Wallace, top 3 with Hawkins. Well, the yellow flag is out once again. One spinning over between number 3 and 4. All right, the yellow light has been turned off. The light will go dim. Michael Van Der Eed Jr. leading the way in the number 17 V car. Treble cocked inside, Wallace to the outside. Haley Gross. Van Der Eed now leads Wallace. Wallace looking to the outside of Van Der Eed in 3 and 4. Jake Treble-Cock is running third, but it's still Van Der Eed, Wallace. Treble-Cock. Steve Picou now to 4th. Haley Gross in 5th. That time at the line. Once again, we got a new leader. Kenny Wallace. Power move around the outside. Propels the 36 to the lead. Yellow flag is out. I see one pulling into the infield. Turns 1 and 2. Looks like the 84 car of Gary Gross over in turns number 3 and 4. Stopped up there on the high side in that Longhorn chassis. New car to him. Looks like he may need a little bit of help. There he goes. He's got her back in gear and rolling. With 16 laps in the books, it's Kenny Wallace showing the way in the 36. Michael Van Der Eed running second in the 17V. Steve Picou was third. Jake Treble-Cock is fourth. Joshua Hawkins in 5th. Haley Gross was 6th that last time by. Randy Dickman in 7th. Rick Kenoyer in 8th. Once again, the light has gone dim. We're going to try it again. Can the birthday boy of Kenny Wallace park it in victory lane today? Off of turn 4, green flag is back in the air. Man, a tough break for Van Der Eed. Picou and him bumped down the front straightaway, but Picou is going to try to chase down your leader, Kenny Wallace, with Van Der Eed in that third spot in the 17V car. So Wallace, Picou, Van Der Eed, Treble-Cock, and Hawkins, your top 5. Kenny Wallace trying to stretch things out with the yellow flag in the air. Well, the Auto Center's Nissan caution is out once again. Debris down here in turn number 1. Well, yeah, I can see why we picked that one up. That's a pretty good sized piece of debris. Again, 6 laps in the books. We got 14 to go. Kenny Wallace. Steve Picou now in second. Michael Van Der Eed, he's going to try to redeem himself from that last start. He got that car turned around a lot sideways coming off 4 and lost that position to Steve Picou. Then it'll be Jake Treble-Cock and Hawkins in the next row. Dickman and Jim Black. Haley Gross and William Hicks. Kenoyer and Shrimp. The lights have went dark, so it's time to go back to the green flag action, next time off turn 4. On the gas once again as the green flag is out. gaggle of cars back there with Rick Knoyer trying to battle his way to the front. And Wallace, Pagoo, Vandereed, Hawkins, Black, Treblecock, Dickman, and Hicks. Wallace leads still. Pagoo in second. Still Kenny Wallace showing the way along the bottom. We'll have halfway home in this one, 10 in the books, 10 to go. Pagoo trying to close the gap and find the magic on turn number 2. Michael Vandereed still holding third, Hawkins in fourth, Black in fifth. The yellow flag is out for the 70 of Josh Russell down here in turn number 4. $11 laps in the books. We'll have 9 to go. Can Kenny Wallace pick up his own birthday present with us here tonight? The light is still turned on. The field heads down the back straightaway into turn number 3. And it's going to be at least one more trip around. With 11 laps in the books, 9 to go. And attention, all you kids along the fence, please stay back away from that fence, kids. All kids get back away from the fence. Now the yellow light has been turned off. We're once again going to turn them loose in turn 4. Look to our flagman, green flag is in the air. Pagoo this time picked the high line. That's going to open the door for Michael Vandereed. Oh, they bumped down the back straightaway. Problems with the 0 of Steve Pagoo. Yellow flag is out again. The Auto Center's Nissan caution flag is out for the 0 of Pagoo. Him and the 17V of Vandereed bumped coming off of turn number 2. Hard to see what damage. See if he drives by, if we can see anything on it. He's exiting the pit area, turning right on out. Tough break for Steve. He was running really good and strong second. That'll now move the 98 of Andrew Hawkins to second. Jim Black will be 4th. Jacob Treblecock will go back up into the 5th spot in the number 4 car. Again, Wallace, Vandereed, Hawkins, Black, Treblecock, Dickman, Hicks, Shrimp, Knoyer. We've still got 9 laps remaining in this one. Once again, we're under the Auto Center Nissan caution flag once again. Now the drivers are being told to go into their double file restart. Van der Eyck, he picks the inside. That'll put Hawkins to the outside. Black to the inside. And Treblecock to the outside. Dickman and Hicks. Shrimp and Canoyer. The light's been turned off. We're set to turn them loose once again off turn 4. See if we can get the 9 trips around off turn 4. Green flag is in the air. Does Josh Hawkins have anything? Nothing doing that time by. We're still chasing Kenny Wallace. Michael Van Der Eyck, Jim Black down to third. Here comes the destroyer, Rick Canoyer. He's all the way to 5th and looking for more. Does he have anything for your leader, Kenny Wallace? He's got to hustle because we've only got 7 laps to go. Canoyer now to 4th. Looking to the outside of Black, making that high line. I'm sure he's looking for a yellow now. Canoyer on the move. It's Wallace. Van Der Eyck. Canoyer now to 3rd. Jim Black in 4th. Joshua Hawkins in 5th. That was close. Less than 5 laps to go for Kenny Wallace and company. 4 laps to go now. Van Der Eyck by in 2nd. Canoyer to 3rd. Jim Black in 4th. Joshua Hawkins in 5th. Less than 3 to go for Kenny Wallace. There he's by. Flying green in the air. That means 2 laps to go for Kenny Wallace. Third, Van Der Eyck. Yellow flag is in the air. The Auto Center's Nissan caution comes out with only 2 laps to go in this one. What do you think, race fan? Does Rick Canoyer, you got anything for your leader, Kenny Wallace, on his final couple of laps around? Or can Kenny Wallace hold on? It will be, I believe, a single file restart. So that'll make it a little tougher. But Canoyer does now have the top side with nobody else up there. The light's been turned off. We're set to turn them loose again for the final 2 trips around. Here we go, off turn 4, green flag in the air. Wallace leads you 1 and 2. Here comes Canoyer. Trying to get the high side and come into him in the final couple rounds. White flag will be in the air for your leader, Kenny Wallace. Michael Van Der Eyck's got a pretty safe 2nd right now, but here comes Canoyer. Charging hard up turn 1 and 2. He might have a run off turn 2. Not sure if he can do it. But there's nobody going to touch Kenny Wallace. He's off turn 4, and Kenny Wallace will win tonight's main event. Michael Van Der Eyck Jr. will come home in 2nd. Canoyer finished 3rd. Jim Black is 4th. Joshua Hawkins round out your top 5. Oh, this ought to be a fun interview on this one tonight.
Just hand that mic back up and all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, he's made his way down here in the Go Sunoco number 36. RaceWay.com. Elite Chassis. High caliber graphics. Getting a thumbs up from Michael Van Reet Jr. All right, ladies and gentlemen, he's climbing out of the car. Gonna get over here, ladies and gentlemen. The birthday boy. Put your hand together for Kenny Wallace. Kenny Wallace, my friend, we meet again right where we want to, right?
Yeah, I'm just, we had a really bad night in Lincoln last night, Lincoln, Illinois. Started front row outside, led some laps, and faded to 7th. So I couldn't sleep all night. I had to adjust on the chassis. Thanks to Roy Clark, my crew member. He's so loyal to me. And thanks to Kenny Schrader for being here tonight and giving me an attaboy as they came off the track. Most of all, thank all you fans for showing up here. I love you all.
Man, without a doubt, you kind of had a busy day, it sounded like, around your homestead with the garage sale and all that fun stuff. But you know what? It was an awesome job. You got this elite car. Is it still Hoffman horsepower underneath the hood, or is it back to Mullins, or who is it today?
No, that's Darrell Hoffman. It's all Hoffman. That's Nick Hoffman's car, Elite. The legendary Darrell Hoffman that loved this racetrack so much. So, yeah, just real thankful to get a win here tonight.
And second, we got to say, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, let's say happy birthday to Kenny Wallace.
62.
62. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this young man is 62 years old today. What a way to get himself a birthday present with us here tonight. Did an awesome job. He'll sign some flags, give them to the kids. And then don't forget, kids, when these races get started, please get back away from the fence. We don't want anybody to collect any dirt or anything like that and get one of you kids hurt down here. That would be just absolutely horrible. So, what another fun evening. We still got one more race to go here tonight.
There you go. Hey.
All right, congratulations again, Kenny Wallace, and happy birthday to Kenny. Our 4 cylinders are out here onto the track. Our last feature for tonight. Starting off the pole, driving that number 77 from House Springs, Missouri, is Brandon Ludwig. Outside of him, driving that number 14 from St. Louis, Missouri, is Frank Zhang. In the second row, driving the number 23 from St. Genevieve, Missouri, is Brian Gegg. Outside of him, driving the number 74 from Farmington, Missouri, is Austin Harris. And in the final row, driving the number 46 from DeSoto, Missouri, is Corey Belkin. All right, we are have the lights out now, and we are going to go racing as we come out of turn number 4. Watch that Uke tire down there in turn number 4. There's a green stripe on the wall up above that. That's where they can hit the loud pedal, and we will be ready to go racing. We will do in 12 laps around. We'll decide this final feature of the night. Here we go. Brian Gegg down the front stretch, but had to slam on the brakes down in turn number 1. That puts Frank Zhang in that 14 machine out front. Austin Harris in the 74. Taking a look on the outside. In that 77, that's Brandon Ludwig running third. Austin Harris now down on the inside, giving a little bit of a love tap, just saying, hey, I am back here. Don't want to screw up Frank Zhang. Frank Zhang still leading it, though. Austin Harris running in second. Back there in third, that's Corey Belkin. And oh-ho! Frank Zhang still has it. Down the backstretch, side by side. Austin Harris on the outside. Frank Zhang on the inside. Austin Harris now takes over the lead. Austin Harris down the backstretch. Frank Zhang in second. In third, back there is Corey Belkin. Brandon Ludwig in fourth. Austin Harris still out in front. 4 laps to go. They are 2/3 of the way. Austin Harris with Frank Zhang straight on his tail, trying to keep him in eyesight. The green flag's flying. That means 2 laps to go, 2 more around. Austin Harris bringing it down the backstretch into turns 3. Out of 4, he'll see the check or the white flag flying. 1 more lap. Down the backstretch they go. 2 more corners, 3, 4. He sees the checkered flag fly for Austin Harris. Frank Zhang finishing in second. In third was Corey Belkin. In third was Corey Belkin. In fourth was Brandon Ludwig, and Brian Gagg finishing up in fifth. And he's making his way to victory lane. Checker flags, auto sales, DeSoto Spinners, Laundromat, Turner's Towing and Recovery, AZ Auto Outdoor Mower LCC, Harris Fireworks. All right, give it up for him, Austin Harris. Woo! I tell you what, man, grab your trophy there. You've had a little bit of a difficult year, but you've starting to get things straightened out and worked out.
Yeah, kind of off to a good start, then hit a rough patch, kind of took a month off, and good way to come back here.
There you go. I tell you what, it doesn't hurt to have some good equipment underneath you either, does it?
No, it doesn't, and I got to thank Joey Laws, Rusty Griffall, Blaine Ellis Race Cars, Checkered Flag Auto Sales, Harris Wholesale Fireworks, Tamir's Performance, Turner Services, and DeSoto Laundromats. And also thank you to Josh Carroll for giving us a place to race.
There we go. Hey, you see that flag over there, that highlighter? There's still a couple kids up there waiting for a flag. And he is signing that. Give it up for him one last time, Austin Harris. And we want to thank you so much for coming out and spending your Saturday night with us.
Boy, absolutely. We want to be back here next Saturday night on the 31st, so I can't wait.
We got late models, we got modifieds, we got B modifieds, we got sportsmen, we got Pro 4s, and we got the kids mods returning.
Without a doubt. So, man, and we got the St. Louis Drift Club out here on Saturday morning and Sunday. So
it's going to be
another wild weekend here at the I-55 Federated Auto Parts Raceway Park.
Absolutely. So. And I tell you what, we've got still some great racing throughout the fall season. Keeping tabs because it's going to be some great time. But for tonight, we want you to ask you guys to be safe on the way home because we want you to be back here and next Saturday night. On behalf of Josh Carroll, I'm Tim Bozarth.
I'm Don Knight for I-55 Raceway Park here tonight.